Hey everyone, and welcome to the Words Unsaid for the 16th through the 22nd of March of 2025. To you, from those who you happen to be in fights and or separation with, that you love. For those of you that feel like you want a personalized read, my link will be in the description below. So, here we go. What I'm getting is there's a lot of anguish and regret. There's a lot of anger and confusion. Angry at themselves for letting you down. Confusion of what they could have done better. Confirmation bias of feeling like they brought this upon themselves, which in a sense they did. They understand that they need to take accountability. They understand that their thoughts and actions are unhealthy, but yet they struggle to take the control that they need. It's like an addiction to toxicity or an addiction to emotional manipulation type of thing, like a martyr. I'm getting like messenger vibes, like someone who uses Facebook Messenger, or someone that messages you a lot or texts you a lot, or someone that you've been thinking about messaging for a while. So you're on their minds, but priorities take precedence. Money, power, and influence have way more importance right now than you do. And it's not like you're not important, but you're also not on the back burner. It's more like you're in line at a movie theater and you're just not first. They know that they're overanalyzing, and they know that they can be highly emotional at times, but they also know that you want them to be their authentic self, and they can't be their authentic self when they're burnt out or exhausted or hiding behind a mask. And they're putting up a really strong front. They're putting up like almost like a barrier in between you two, an unspoken barrier that they don't even know that they're doing. There could be somebody that's stopping you from manifesting your desires to each other, or they might be playing victim of circumstance and blaming other people, or blaming the circumstances, or blaming anyone but who is truly to blame for this, which is themselves. There's a lot of closeness being felt. There's a lot of deep connections, a lot of kindred spirits, a lot of nostalgia going on. There's going to be some form of like heavy hitter going on between the 15th and the 25th. That's going to set things down and spiral things out of control during the end of the last week, which was the 13th through the 15th, the last few days, and then the last few days of this week, so the 20th through the 22nd. It does look like there's going to be some form of like storm coming on, but it's like you already knew what was going to happen. You already knew what was happening. It's just you didn't want to believe it. You've gotten like little spurts and bits and pieces of like what's going to happen in the future, and you've gotten little bits of deja vu. It's a whole thing about how to remember things and remembering your manners and minding your respects and dotting your I's and crossing your T's and minding your P's and Q's, basically. Feeling like walking on eggshells can be felt on both sides, solely because of unexpected circumstances popping up, unplanned events getting in the way, and unspoken boundaries in regards to differing love languages. They understand that your love languages are different, but they cannot understand how it should make it a priority on their end. So they feel like you are entitled to your boundary, but you're not entitled to me following that boundary. But they also don't want to deal with the consequences of not following that boundary. But if they don't know that boundary, then they can't do much about it. And that's when they'll play the whole victim of circumstance card if they don't realize this, then the victim of circumstance shows that they know that there's blame somewhere, but they just don't know where to put it. And they just can't see that part of the blame is to be themselves. There's a lot of rest and ease that's going to happen. When you may need to take a break, you might feel ghosted, you might have to pause your relationship for now, or at least take things slower. On again, off again relationships are especially affected right now. But that's what I'm getting for March 16th through 22nd of 2025 for Words Unsaid. As always with these, take a rest and sleep, it doesn't. Thanks for joining.